second day of my Off the Board with Crystal. Should be July 5th, I believe. I just jumped right in and started with my next pin the next day after I posted the one for the first. I'm going to take a little turn though. We're not going to do Traveler's Notebook. I might do another layout this month. I'm not sure. I have a lot of stuff done and I'm like this close to getting my 2013 album done, so we might just be doing pages for that here soon. But I saw this pin and I already had some stamps out and I love this. I love the minimalist look, and it's not something I typically do. I usually can't hold myself back to do it. I usually want to add more because I'm definitely a more is more, and sometimes I can hold myself back a little bit, but I love this minimalist look, so I want to try it out. But I didn't necessarily want to do an alphabet, even though that is, I'm pretty sure, this is by Chantel from Citrus Twist Kits, is this layout, and I'm pretty sure she used my favorite alpha from Ink Road, which Daisy turned me on to, and I love it. The outline, oh, it's my favorite. That stamping company also has my heart because of the stamps that they sell. But anyway, so I figured I had my stamps out. I was feeling this one. I wanted to go ahead and actually do a Christmas layout with it and do some fun because I have a ton of Christmas stamps. I'll just show you some of them. And I have a little bit of a partial kit left from a December kit from Paper Issues. So I thought it'd be really good to outline all the white in this beautiful red and then maybe do like a messy stack for my papers. But I have the Heidi Swap stamps. So I thought these would be really good icons to put in that space. So I thought of those right away. I'm also grabbing out, this is like my folder of just leftovers, single sheets, partial stuff, goodies, little things that I will see if I will use them on there as well. Once again, it's geared to be minimalist. We'll see what I can do about that. I also have the Jelly Bean Soup ones, which I really like these snowflakes. But putting some of the sentiments maybe in there, and I like this line. And then I really love that some of the little alphabets, you can tell she has, she must have just like the perfectly sized alpha on them, because there are some of them that are popped up and they're basically a thicker on top of some of them. So I figured maybe for some of these, when I stamp them, I could also die cut and pop them up. Yeah, and I really want to put a bigger tree or something. So then I have these from Jelly Bean Soup that are stamp and dies. I have, this is like a penguin, and these are very kind of graphic, I don't know. I also have all the Stamping Village seals, which I really like. I can tuck a couple of those in. These are some really old, I don't even know what these stamps are, but you see how yellowed they are. And then I have this one too. This looks like it could be somebody, I can't think of what, but just some more snowflakes, a ticket, just some neat things to kind of stamp in there that I thought, yeah, and that's not Christmas, that I thought could work. Oh, the cat hair. So I'm going to try to use kind of a variety and see what I can do. This might take me a few days. We shall see how long it takes for me to get this done, but I really liked the look of that, so we're going to try it. Yeah, and I kind of like the idea of die cutting some and popping some up. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is make sure I trim down my marshmallow cardstock so that it's the size that I want it to, and then I might as well gut this red paper that I forgot who it's from. Let's take a gander. Ooh. I'm gonna gut it. I'm gonna make a mistake. I think it's part of Heidi Swap's Winter Wonderland is the brand. or as the collection. Good, glorious. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Winter Wonderland. So I'm going to make sure I do that, and that way that's done and ready, and my my cardstock can be down to size, so I'm not stamping where I don't necessarily need to. So now I'm kind of just laying my photo down and figuring out where I want the area of the stamping kind of collage. And I am putting down this washi tape to kind of mask it off so I can kind of stamp off the area, but not get too crazy. And I'm not going to make you watch me do all of this. So then I trace around my photo, obviously, because I don't need to stamp where it's not even going to be seen. And I know there's going to be a border around my photo, so I'm not worried about the pencil lines. So I'm going to start just grabbing a couple of the larger stamps. And I'm just using scrapbook.com's hybrid ink because it stamps really well. It's a very nice black hybrid ink. So I like to use that. And I'm just going to start stamping. And like I said, I'm not going to make you watch all of this in regular motion. And I actually end up speeding it up, I think 8 times here in a little bit. And then it goes super fast. But yeah, so I thought maybe those ornaments would be good. I really liked that ticket. I think it's like Ticket to the North Pole or something like that. And it has a bunch of dates on it. And then I have this little snowman stamp that I got from Christina at Redefine Creative for my, it was in my countdown calendar for Christmas, my scrapbooking countdown calendar, which is awesome. Can't wait for another one. It's not even Christmas yet. And yeah, and then that snowflake, and then now I'm just gonna stamp like crazy. I really liked the trees in that jelly bean soup set. I really like the stamps in general. So as I'm stamping this, I'm really liking it. I'm really loving the way it looks. And I decide ultimately not to die cut some of them and pop them up for a couple reasons. One, like I said, I like the way it looked. Two, kind of being lazy. I did all that stamping, cleaned everything up, and then I put it away, and then I was like, oh, I was going to die cut some, which means I would have to stamp again. Not that it was a huge headache that I put it away, but I did all the stamping before work, and I had to be finished anyway, so I didn't really want to have to try to remember to do it again and figure out which ones I wanted to be popped up. And I don't think it would have made the same impact either, like the alphas, the foam alphas on the pin did. It was a nice touch, but at the same time, too, I didn't want to copy it. Well, not that this is copying it, but yeah, I liked it all flat anyway. Plus, then I'm going to bring in just like I have like a big folder, like a clear pocket folder of a bunch of Christmas supplies, scraps, couple 12x12s. I do have a few kits over in like a thing, just all with Christmas stickers, embellishments, that all Christmas related, just keeping all the Christmas stuff together, because why not, right? And yeah, and I have this chipboard that I'm going to use. So I think I get some texture and some dimension when I use that instead. But I love the stamp part. I love it. And I don't know if you guys like it, but I love it. It turned out way better than I thought it was going to. At first, when I started it, I was like, oh, it's looking dumb. I was like, I should have just went with an alpha. But no, I really like the way it looks. And I definitely am glad I did the way I did it. You start with the bigger things, move to the medium things, and then do the tiny things, and then you add details if you want. I could have added splatters at the end. The whole point of this layout was to try my hand a little bit at some minimalist, simple design. letting the stamping stand out, because that's, to me, what I took away from the pin. And so I'm glad I didn't add anything else besides the few chipboard pieces. So I add the corners, and then there's like 2 ornaments, and then this, I think it's supposed to be a snowflake. So I add those, and I have the thickers from, I think it was Snowflake is what they were made for, Crepe Paper Snowflake. And I decided to do Merry Christmas. And I don't know if you noticed this, but so when I was doing all the stamping, I actually kind of lined up Merry Christmas from the Heidi Swap stamps to figure out how to line it up and actually stamp it. And I was going to fussy cut it. And then once again, I kind of forgot about it after I was doing all the stamping, and then it was done. It was time I had to get going to work. I'd forgotten about it, but then I popped my photo up, and I was like, I didn't want it to cover up either too much more of the stamping. And I think if I would have fussy cut out stamped Merry Christmas, it would have cut out some more of it. Like, it would have covered up more of it. And it's already getting covered up a little bit. And I really wanted, like I said, to stand out. So I play around with the little holly and the mistletoe chipboard that I think I got from a different kit, but they're definitely the same chipboard. So I decided to go with the Merry Christmas in gold and just pop it right up here and kind of prop the Merry over there. And I really like the little scallop gold thing, so I decided to plug those in on the top and bottom of the page, and then sprinkle in a couple more gold things using the 2 trees that were still on the thicker sheet. So one tree gets tucked in by the ornament down below, and the other one gets tucked in the other side of the photo. So I don't really have like clusters or anything like that. It just is. And in real life, you can actually see that Merry Christmas a lot better than you can on this video, I can see. But yeah, that's literally all I did. And I stopped. I wanted to do more, but I said, no, I really like it. I don't want to ruin it. I think it maybe could have added something, but I really, really liked the way it looked. And then I just put Christmas Eve 2019 at the bottom. So this was just last year. So, yep. So here comes some close-ups and then the full shot. And I really appreciate you watching. Keep watching everybody else that is down below. And every day, make sure you check Crystal's channel for the next Off the Board with Pineapple Papers layout. Otherwise, I'll see you next Wednesday for Off the Board. Bye. Thank you.